Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Here and There DC Adventures. A few months ago, we traveled to Mexico and made a pit stop to the island of Isla Mujeres. Come along with us as we show you how we spent 24 hours on this beautiful island. Isla Mujeres, which means the Island of Women, is a small island located about 8 miles off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. And although it's small, it's definitely worth a visit due to its close proximity to Cancun. This is the perfect day or overnight trip. The quickest way to get to Isla Mujeres is using the Ultramar Ferry, and we chose to leave from the Puerto Juarez location. The cost per person was about $30 round trip, and there are 2 decks, so you have the option of sitting inside or heading to the top deck to enjoy the view. And the best part is that the boats leave every half hour, and the ride is only about 15 to 20 minutes. And for more information on the ferry times and locations, we'll be sure to leave the link in our description. There are also catamaran tours that will take you out to the island as well. So after your scenic boat ride and you dock and land at the port, you are going to be bombarded every which way. You're going to have a lot of people coming up to you to try to rent you various modes of transportation. You can choose to stop, but just know that there are places to rent transportation everywhere on the island, so you're not just limited to when you get off the ferry. Our first order of business was to find something to eat, and so we decided to get off the main strip, and we stopped at a small restaurant by the name of Viñales Grill. The food was really good, and just note they do not take credit card, so make sure that you have US dollars or pesos. Just a short walk over, we decided to soak up some sun on Playa Norte Beach, located at the north end of Isla Mujeres. The beach was super clean, the water was nice and clear, and we did end up renting some beach chairs for about $30, but of course that's always optional. After a couple of hours on the beach, we walked to our hotel to check in. We stayed at the Hotel Bahia, and we got a bay view room which had a nice view of the main strip. The best part was that we didn't have to pay for the room because we used our Amex points. There are also Airbnbs available on the island, but we like the central location of this hotel. Now let's talk about transportation. We opted to rent a golf cart, which you can rent for various periods of time. We paid about $50 for the cart for about 4 hours. We probably could have gotten it for cheaper, but it was nearing the end of the day. We had so much fun exploring the island, and you definitely want to make sure that you rent a cart and go explore. We'll be sure to leave the name and link of the company that we used in our description. We wanted to see as much as we could before nightfall, so we drove to the southernmost tip of the island, known as Punta Sur. It's about a 10 to 15 minute drive, but well worth it because you're so busy taking in the beautiful scenery. Not only is Punta Sur known for its picturesque seaside views, but there's also some Mayan ruins as well as a sculpture park that you can explore for a small fee. We were told that Isla Mujeres obtained its name when a group of Spanish explorers arrived on the island and they discovered several figures of Mayan goddesses, and that is why Isla Mujeres is known as the Island of Women. We were also told that Punta Sur is the best place to watch the sunrise because it's the first place to see the sun's rays each morning in Mexico since it's the most eastern point in the country. After exploring Punta Sur for about an hour or so and taking in all its beauty, we decided to head back to the main strip to watch the sunset. In the evenings, as the crowd started to dwindle, it became so much easier to drive. It was amazing getting to watch the sunset, so you want to make sure when you're visiting, you rent a bike or a golf cart or a motorcycle and just drive around the island. We ended up going back out later on in the evening just to see what the island was like at nighttime. After watching the sunset, we got a little hungry and we did need an appetizer. So we had learned of some places in Isla Mujeres where there was some really good street food. I can't exactly remember the name of the exact street. We just so happened to drive around and stumble across it, and we knew that we found it. After eating some tacos from this street cart, we did end up eating at an actual restaurant by the name of Los Tacos de Humo, and it was absolutely amazing. So make sure that you also put them on your list. The next morning, we checked out of our hotel and we went to grab a bite to eat at a nearby cafe. The cafe definitely caters to tourists, however, the food was really good. After breakfast, we walked back to the port where we boarded our ferry to head back to Cancun, where we were going to finish the rest of our trip and head to Tulum. We definitely recommend putting Isla Mujeres on your list if you have time. It's a great day trip or overnight trip, and there are so many other activities to see that we did not cover in this video. This was our second trip to Isla Mujeres and just as memorable as the first. We hope you enjoyed our video, and as always, remember to never stop exploring.